come on in, welcome to my home. Can you believe it's August? It is August already, and it's time to do our bullet journal. I am still doing my digital bullet journal using the Google Suite. Still loving it. Absolutely loving this. And I'm going to stress this. This is so easy to do. Anybody can do this, and I use it all the time simply because, well, even like right now, I have my phone with me, so I have my bullet journal with me all the time, and I love that. But the first thing we need to do is we need to look back at the July bullet journal, and since this is only the 19th of July, I know this is going so fast. By the time you see this, it should be like, what, the 21st? So we are going to look back at what I've done for these few days. Alright, let's see how July has gone, and I'm going to tell you that a lot of people said once I started doing July, I would not do this at all. I would not follow anything. I wouldn't do any of the bullet journaling stuff, and to tell you the truth, I've actually done more. I have done this more than you could ever possibly believe. The one thing which I'm finding is the history calendar is amazing. So once I've completed a task, I usually send it to the history calendar. And that shows me that those things are completed, and it grays it out so that way if I'm on, say, next week, which you aren't going to see anything for history on next week, but if I wanted to, I can take that out, which is really cool. And I have my own color codes, but we're going to add a new calendar to this, but that we're getting ahead of ourselves. So yes, as you saw, all of my things, in fact this came in today, so let's take care of that. My cactus plant mix came in, so since it came in, I can then put it onto my history calendar and save that. And now I know that that has actually already happened. The cool thing about this, which I've been loving, is the fact that, like, if you order something from a place, say that you order things like, I know that I have perlite coming from Amazon, I can put that on my calendar, and sometimes when you make those orders will be like, it could come anywhere from the 17th to the 27th. Well, you can take care of that. You can just put in that date. When you go into putting it onto the calendar, you can just make it those dates. So if I went to the 17th to the 27th and save that, see how that shows up all the way across there? So then I know that somewhere in there that's going to show up. But I know for a fact that they've already told me this one is actually coming in on Thursday. The Thursday the 20th? I do believe. There we go. Oh, what did I mess up? Oh, August. Oops, my bad. Thursday the 20th, July 23rd. Save. There we go. We know that that's coming in there. So the cool part about this is most of these things are reoccurring, so that way I can mark them off mark off my task, which I have not changed that. If you haven't seen that first video, go ahead and check that out. But all of these things are reoccurring tasks. Then it tells you that, hey, you're going to be doing this. I know that I'm going to be closed captioning the home videos that I record on Monday, and those reoccurring tasks are just so much easier. Now the other thing which I have are my reoccurring notes, which I've done the dishes today, I put those away, but I can keep track of how many cups of water I've had for the day. I've done my water, I've put out the fresh dog water, I've meditated, done my two things of cardio, and put lotion on. I love this system simply because I don't have to keep rewriting these things, so that's really handy. And so every evening or every morning at the beginning of the morning, I will uncheck all of these boxes, and then of course when I've done them, I will check them off. Alright, so that gets us up to date to today. Yay. Alright, so using the July bullet journal was so super simple. And I want to stress, like I said, I do put everything down on there. When I'm expecting packages, when events are happening, and then transferring it over to the history calendar gives me the ability to remember what things had happened. So I can go and I can check those things out, see when they happened. It's sort of like my own little private calendar diary. And if I don't want it cluttering up my calendar that I'm presently looking at, I can check off those calendars and make it clearer. Well, the thing that I said I would do this time is show you how I make my my note for my header. So we're going to go ahead and make that note. I am using Adobe Premiere Elements. Yeah, I think that's it. I am using Adobe Elements so that I can make this. It is the non-expensive version of Adobe Photoshop. Yeah, I think it's Photoshop Elements. We'll double check that. So I am using that to do this. We're going to jump over to that because it's really simple to do, and then I can just create a note by uploading that picture. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new project. This blank file. I already have a file that is set up for Instagram. It is the correct size for Instagram pictures. So you might want to consider doing that. If you want to see the sizes for that, it's 1080 pixels width by 1080 pixels height. So yeah, I'll set that up. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to place in the picture that I've chosen. You can choose whatever picture you want. I have chosen this picture for a specific reason because it goes with my theme. Alright, so now what we need to do is we need to size that up so that it will fit on my on the image. We're going to size this up. This picture, it was actually taken, you can come down now. This picture was taken on Martha's Vineyard many years ago. Alright, but it works for what I want. Now I'm going to put in my title for the title for the month, which is my saying for the month, which I need to make darker so that I can actually see what it's going to look like. We'll correct all of those things later. I'm going to do this in lowercase. Alright, so then I have my quote. I'm going to center that, and I'm going to make it much bigger. Maybe even bigger than that. Okay, I do not like that font, so I'm going to go into my list of fonts, and I want to find something that's very, I don't know, I want it to be sort of light and fun and sort of airy. Let's go back up here, but simple. And it has to be easy to read. That is important because I will be seeing that. Nope. That was my mistake. Let's highlight that again and pick out the correct font that we want. And remember that this is what you're going to see all the time. So you want it to be something that's just going to make you smile. And I think this is going to make me smile. And yeah, I haven't chosen this at all. And you can go through this and just pick out your favorite font that will work for that month. And I'm not seeing anything which I really super duper want right now, so I think I know what I'm going to do. I think we will go with the tried and true once I can get to it. Too fancy, because I don't want this to be fancy. That is what we want. Alright. Now, No, maybe I do want that. Everything is going to beach. Alright. Now what I think I'm going to do with the word beach, I'm going to put that in a whole different font. Simply because that makes sense. We're going to up the size of this font. And I think I'm actually even going to put it in capitals. I like that. I actually like that quite a bit. Now you can put this in colors, you can do whatever you want. Then I'm going to put in the date, all those fun things. And this is August 2020. And that's really small. So let's make that much, much bigger. And I have a feeling that's too big. No, it's not. Hey, it's not. But I don't like the color of it. I think I'm going to, what I'll do is I'll take, I'm using Adobe Premiere Elements. I think I'll do that because my house is also in that color. I'm going to copy that. And then we'll see if we like that. That's hard to read. That's super hard to read. Maybe we'll do it in white, because that is super hard to read. Yep, and pull it down just a hair. Now what I want to do is I'm going to try to make sure that it is centered. There we go. Everything is going to beach all right. I will save that. And I'm going to save it as a JPEG so that way it is all ready to go when I get to my notes. I'm going to up that. There we go. And that's how I do my cover. Alright, the picture is all done. Now the cool part. We're going to put this all together. It is so simple to do because there's not much to do. Just like I said before, I can put these things in, and unlike a regular bullet journal where I'd have to flip through and go with the whole, well, you know, I put it on this page, which was my monthly page, and I'm going to have to check. No, whenever I have a new event coming up, I put it into my calendar and it will show up at that time. No sorting through things, no jumping back, and I do love my daily task, which I can just check off. Now if you are a weekly task person, you can see how that works also, but let's jump into doing the sort of really quick setup of that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually do a new calendar. So we are going to create a calendar. We're going to create a new calendar, and we are going to call this calendar my mood calendar, because people have been asking me, what about my moods? Am I going to do anything about my moods? And yeah, I'm going to create a calendar for it. So this calendar, my mood calendar, will have a description, and it will explain mood chart. And my mood chart will be happy equals yellow, sad equals blue, and you can make these things however you want. Angry is red, and so on. Alright, so let's create that. And you're like, okay, that's cool. How does that even work? Well, let's go back to my calendars. So if I'm on my mood calendar and I want to create, so what I would do is I'd create an event, and I would make sure that I'm on my mood calendar. I would call this event, I could even name it whatever I want it to. Let's say today's been a great day. Great day. And then if I go into more options, I can put in a description. I can tell what kind of great day it has been, and then I can also put in a color. So I can say, I relaxed all day and recorded a video. Cool. Put that as an all-day item. Save that. And now I can see the mood thing. Now a lot of you are saying, well, I hate that. I don't want to see my moods. That's the cool part about making it its own calendar. So I can take off anything which might distract me. If I want to take off my task, I can just have what is coming up. Oh, Monday I have to turn the avocado plant. It's getting really big. But I can do that, but then I can also have my mood. So every evening I will put in whatever mood I'm feeling and put in some sort of description. It sort of becomes like this wonderful journal. We're going to delete that now because the day isn't over. We don't know how today is going to go. But that's how I'm going to keep track of my moods with more than just a smiley face or a happy little indicator. This is going to give me the ability to follow all of my moods, and it's going to be on my calendars. And the best part about this is I can hide away all of these calendars that I want to hide. I can take the reminders, the task. I'll leave the task back on there. I can take Mom's calendar off of there, so that way all I have to see is the stuff which is on my calendar, the things that I do, things that I need to do, things that I've done. And like I've stressed this, whenever I do something, I will put it on my history calendar, if it happened, if it didn't happen, so that way I know that it has happened or it hasn't happened. Let's put all these things back so I can see what I did and what I haven't done. Then we have, I will talk about my menu calendar next month, but Mom and I are working on a menu calendar since we do eat together and it's becoming really interesting. But this is going to be, the cool part about this year is you will like, well, what about August? Well, okay, let's get to August. So we are going to go into our Keep Notes. And the first thing that we are going to do is we are going to upload August picture. Where are you, August? There we go. The August picture. While it's uploading, there. So then if I pin that, and I'm going to pin that right now so that you can see what it's going to look like on that. Did I pin that? Pin already? Okay. There. And where are you? Oh yeah, I gotta move it up here. Or I have to unpin this one, I do believe. There we go. There, and then we can rearrange these and move them how we want. And all those fun things. But yeah, that I don't want to do too much with this right now because it's not August yet. So I have my July, and then when August comes around, you will see that show up. I am super excited about that, simply because it really helps with the fact that everywhere I go, I have this calendar, and you notice how fast this was to do? I didn't have to recreate anything, and the images that I'm using are images. You can get the standard images wherever you are, whatever you want to do. Let's go back to this thing. Here we go. So yeah, and then I can move these up. Once I pin it, I can change its position. Yeah, I really like that. That'll be nice. So every time I open up my calendar for August, I will see that picture and it will make me very, very happy. But the whole part about this is the fact that you don't have to keep recreating your calendar all the time, simply because your calendar is right there all ready to go, and it will remind you. Alright, it is that simple. That is how my bullet journal works. There is no extra anything to it. I can have it done in no time. And the fun part about this is it can keep going. I have put things on there which are months ahead that I know I need to do, and they're already in there, and I don't have to keep flipping back and forth to my other bullet journal. The mood journal, we'll see how the mood calendar, we'll see how that goes. We'll see. Because I have not been doing too much. I didn't even do too much of that in my other journal. There is a different way to do a mood journal or a mood tracker. I can show you that if you're interested. If you are, let me know down in the comments. But this is how simple it is and why I use it so much. I love it. I love my August look for the bullet journal. I hope you enjoyed that. If you want me to do some more detailed explanation or if something didn't make sense, let me know down in the comments, and I hope I get to see you the next time you stop by. Or you can check out one of these other videos that I picked out just for you.